Welcome back to the new season of the Dave and Dave Talk Wrestling Weekly Rewind.
where we're going to be hitting you with the news from inside and outside of the ropes. So stay tuned for a little later on. We're going to be talking about the ESPN Pro Wrestling Awards for 2025. And this is the first rewind of 2026.
I'm excited. I'm so excited for this year.
I'm so excited for this year, too.
All the new stuff we got going on, but that's for the podcast.
Yeah. Make sure you watch the podcast so you could get a glimpse inside of what we got going on and what we have planned.
Dynamite New Year Smash opened with MJF debuting the new AEW World Championship. He made his Triple B, I think it's Big Beautiful belt, but I know he does it because he wears that Burberry scarf and he makes the leather look like Burberry. So I think one of the B's is Burberry. I don't remember. During his promo, Kenny Omega popped up on the screen and he said he's back in the title hunt, which I'm excited for. He's like, I'm not the cleaner. I'm not the... What did he call himself when he had all those TNA titles? He gave himself a nickname. I forget what it was. But he's like, I'm not doing it. It's just gonna be me as Kenny Omega coming after you. And I was like, oh, I'm down for that. Him in the world title picture is awesome. After he hit his typical goodbye, good night bang, Hangman Page and Swerve came to the ring, and they said they're also not done hunting MJF. So there's gonna be a lot of cool stuff going on with the world title picture. Jon Moxley held a AEW Continental Championship Eliminator match against Josh Alexander. Moxley won, which means Alexander doesn't get a title shot, but it feels like they're trying to make the Death Riders go face now. Because, he had the title, and he did some kind of promo of, this title isn't just for me, this title's for everybody that was in the tournament, and it's for you fans and stuff. And I was like, months ago, you were just saying you're holding the world title hostage because nobody wants to be a wrestler. And now you're, 180 degrees changing.
Yeah, I saw a meme that said, the bar for heel and face turns is really low because now you just got to win a tournament to become a face.
I mean, it's not as bad as Big Show when you change 4 times in an episode. It can't be that bad.
That's when he was punching people just all the time.
Oh, remember when he was doing that and then R-Truth punched himself and he fell down?
Oh, national treasure, R-Truth.
The main event of the night, Mercedes Moné put the TBS Championship on the line against Willow Nightingale. The winner and new TBS champion, Willow Nightingale. So Mercedes lost her, main title. I really think it's happening. I really think she's going to lose all of those and she's just going to go to this downward spiral. Be gone for a couple months and maybe come back as, this super baby face. I didn't think she was going to lose the TBS title so soon, though. I thought it was going to be one of the last ones she loses.
I'm happy. I'm here for it.
As soon as it happened, I was like, oh my God, he's going to love that.
This year starting off fantastic.
On Collision, El Clone finally had his debut match because he was injured for a little bit. He went up against Angelico and obviously won because he's the Doncast family and it's his debut match.
And there's 175 people in that family.
I wonder if anybody lost their hyped up debut match. Somebody had to have somewhere. I also had I had an idea about Raw, and I got a little nervous, but when we get to Raw, we'll talk about it. Hechicero and Commander had a number 1 contenders match to face Mark Briscoe next week for Collision for the TNT title.
I didn't mean to laugh.
Hechicero won and is now the new number 1 contender.
I was just going to say, it's always nerve-wracking when it comes to Raw.
You're not wrong. That was really all the big matches. They had a bunch of little stuff last week. Not Bobby Lashley. Shelton Benjamin's facing Moxley next week for that title. That's going to be a hell of a match, I think. I shouldn't say next week. I should say tonight. That's going to be a cool match. They had other things like Darby Allin's obviously still going after their Death Riders. Nothing really big. Some news. Madison Rayne, the former TNA Knockout and AEW coach, announced his retirement after a 20-year career. There's a lot of retirement and not renewing contracts this week, and it was really weird. Matt Taven, Mercedes Martinez, and Alex Abrahantes are no longer in AEW. They let their contracts expire. Which I believe Martinez was in NXT for a little bit. I think. I don't remember.
There's options in the world now.
There is, especially
it's not
with
just AEW and
especially
WWE
with
anymore.
TNA coming to AMC next week, which I forgot about.
Yeah.
Kenny Omega was in Japan for Wrestle Kingdom 20. While he was there, he visited the BTE legend Fat Ass Masa. who's in the hospital because he's dealing with health complications for like months now.
Oh, really?
But
I remember Masa.
where's the picture at? It doesn't even look like him. He looks sickly sick.
Yeah, he does.
And it's not. But I was like, as soon as I saw that, I was like, oh my God. And I was like, that's not Fat Ass Masa. Then I read it and I'm like, oh my God, it is. I used to love when he was in BTE.
Yeah.
He was like, let's go to he would always say something of like, let's go to the Japan restaurant. And they'd end up at like Fridays.
Yeah. Yeah, it was like the all-American staple restaurant.
It's like the #1 Chinese restaurant or something. That's it for a lot. There wasn't a lot of AEW stuff. There's other stuff we'll talk about later, but we can head over to SmackDown and discuss what happened there.
Okay, well, the beginning of SmackDown starts off with The Miz. I'm sorry, I have to say, I love Miz.
So, fun fact about The Miz.
Oh, okay.
He didn't win one singles match in all of 2025. I don't know how many he had.
He's a dog.
I don't know how many he had, but he didn't win one singles match. And I was like, oh, that's really weird.
I love The Miz. I really do. I didn't at first.
I didn't at first.
No, you did.
No, I liked him when he was on MTV. And then when he came over, he did like a totally different persona. And I was like, that's really weird.
SmackDown starts off with The Miz. Basically talking about 2025, says that he, before we can go into 2026, he has some grievances. Number one, no match with Cena. You know, they did have kind of a...
That I agree with. He should have been... I shouldn't say legally. He should have been in the tournament, or they should have had some kind of match feud something.
Number two, he was sharing all of his knowledge with newcomers,
New cucumbers,
new cucumbers, which are now pickles. Newcomers, and he was met with ungratefulness. Another reason to have grievances. I agree with him 100%. Passed over for films. Come on, I mean, look at all the films that have come out recently. Like, you know, look at Stranger Things. He could have been Vecna.
Those marine movies, even the ones that he was in.
Mission
really
Impossible would have been better with Miz.
I don't know, Miz and Impossible.
Miz and Impossible. See what I mean? The hell with The Rock. The Fast and the Furious movies. He should have been in it.
Yeah, I don't know if I can see him driving a car.
The Miz is an A-list star.
Well, yeah, he's the A-lister.
And he deserves to be treated as such.
All right, Miz Stan all of a sudden.
I'm just saying, I understand where his grievances are coming from. And then number 4, his biggest grievance, as of right now, would be Joe Hendry. During the discussion of his grievances, though, he is interrupted by Randy Orton, who makes his return. At first, Orton acts like it's cool, like they're just chilling, and then Miz ends up eating 2 RKOs. So that's going to be number 5 on Miz's grievance list for
it's now Randy Orton
for the year. Is Randy Orton hitting him with 2 RKOs? Next, we show Cody Rhodes and Randy backstage, just talking for a little bit, and then it ends with Orton saying that, with all due respect, that he will be coming for the title, which is really cool.
Oh, I'm excited for those matches.
Yeah,
he's like, once you take care of Drew.
Although, I want Drew to win.
I don't know. I mean, he needs it.
He needs it
because his last title run was COVID, I think.
So next up, we have Kit Wilson coming out with a new entrance theme.
I couldn't believe this theme.
One of the greatest entrance themes.
I could not believe this entrance. I was like, "What is?" I was like, "SmackDown is off the charts," and this was like 20 minutes into the show.
Right after that, he goes into a little bit of a promo. Calls Buffalo toxic, kind of ripping into the city. Zack Ryder's woo 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 hits, and then all of a sudden, darkness, black, comes back. Matt Cardona is on the Tron, which means we are getting Matt Cardona as himself, not as Zack Ryder, which also means amazingness.
Apparently, I don't know. I think Chelsea was on something, or he talked about it on his podcast. Like Cena was like a big help with him getting re-signed.
Hot take, for how good he is and how over he is with crowds and stuff, he is what LA Knight should be. I could see that. 100% agree with that. I'm just afraid he's gonna get stuck in the mid card. I don't know.
I'm also, but I'm also thinking of like, look, Drew was in the mid card, left, came back, main title. Cody mid card, left, came back.
I mean,
They all basically did the same thing.
yeah.
I could see him in the world title picture, but I don't know if like Hunter can.
I don't know. I mean, he has big supporters.
He had to vacate 3 titles. Oh no.
I mean, him and Cody are kind of.
He said as he was signing the contract, he had the GCW, I don't know if it's their world title, but he had the main GCW title on his lap because he was like, without that, this wouldn't have happened. And I was like, oh, that's really cool.
So that kicks us into an impromptu match where Mr. Matt Cardona gets the win. And he's on a streak. He's starting a streak. 2026.
He's at 1-0 already, baby.
1-0. He should retire right now.
I
Undefeated.
mean, you'd be undefeated. Like Michael Cole at WrestleMania.
Sami Zayn comes out, cuts one of his Sami Zayn promos. I love Sami as a wrestler, but it's always the underdog type promo type.
It was really, because he was like, my son wants to know why they're cheering Cena, but he's seen title belts, but he's never seen the world title belt. I was like, what? I don't.
Yeah.
It almost sounded like a retirement speech.
Or kind of a jealousy thing.
Yeah.
But he gets interrupted by another new face, Trick Williams.
Oh, yeah. The lemon pepper steppers.
Trick comparing himself to all the famous mics in the world, Tyson, Jordan, Jackson. So happy to see Trick Williams now on the main roster.
There's a lot coming up. There's a lot of people
There's
coming
a lot
up.
coming up. After that, we had the WWE United States Championship match. Carmelo Hayes in an open challenge against Johnny Gargano, which was an absolutely amazing match. Carmelo Hayes ends up getting the win, retaining his championship. Backstage, Tama Tonga was watching the match, and then Shinsuke Nakamura comes out, and they started talking back and forth, Japanese.
That was really cool. That was really cool.
Solo ends up walking up, asks if everything's okay. Tama's like, yeah, everything's cool. He says next week is a 4-on-4 match. MFTs versus Wyatt 6. That's going to be
That should have been on Raw.
that match.
That should have been on Raw.
Well, they're SmackDown people.
I know, but somehow that should have been on Raw. Just because that would be like, can you imagine them, a 4-on-4, like, Stranger Things rules match or something?
Oh, that would be sick.
That's what I mean. That should have been on Raw.
Yeah, be upside down.
Yeah.
I love Stranger Things.
They should have. Well, when we get to Raw, they should have done more.
They should have done more. They really should have. But anyways, and a lot of people too probably don't even realize, if you're not like a wrestling fan, that Tama Tonga like was in New Japan
forever. I didn't realize he spoke Japanese till right then and there.
Oh, I mean him. We were talking about it too. The
Yeah.
Good Brothers.
The Good
they can
Brothers.
speak Japanese.
Kenny can speak
Kenny Omega.
fluently.
Yeah.
It's weird that
you're over there long enough, you have to learn it.
it's
Like,
weird that the Bucks were over there for years, but I've never heard them. They might, but I've never heard them speak
probably might
Japanese. They might know like
Basic.
broken Japanese or basic Japanese.
well, like if me and you moved to Mexico tomorrow, like
we could figure it out. We know,
eventually we'd have to learn
right,
Spanish.
right.
We can't just get by
No,
on our good looks.
I mean we ain't getting nowhere.
That would get us like 3 days.
Falling backwards.
Go back in time?
Yeah.
Back to the Future?
No. Unless Cardona wears that gear, then yeah, that's fine.
Okay, cool. Okay. Then we have Cody coming out to the ring. There's a whole like stipulation with tonight that Cody can't attack Drew, so Drew is basically doing everything in his power to antagonize Cody.
The shit he says. Oh my God.
McIntyre's on the Titantron in the parking lot. Gives Cody the stipulations for the 3 stages of Hell match. Number 1 is a normal match. Number 2 is a false count anywhere match. And number 3 is a steel cage. In the parking lot, Drew is holding a picture of Dusty and Cody. Drew says it will be a cold day or he says something like, people say it's a cold day in hell if Drew wins the title, so he hopes Dusty has a coat down there.
Yeah. Even last week he was doing that shit like, damn.
He then throws a photo to the ground and steps on it. Cody runs to the back, going to try to get at Drew. By the time Cody gets back there, Drew is now in the ring because he's a magician.
With a garbage, somebody got a garbage can too and a lighter. Like
he's in the ring with the garbage can, a lighter, and the picture of Cody and Dusty, and he ends up lighting that on fire in the middle of the ring.
I couldn't believe that.
And like every personnel, security,
referee, management
was trying to hold Cody back. Which the reason why I'm saying is, now I'll talk about this, is Drew is the super heel. He needs it. Even if he's only a champion for like a month or two and Cody gets it back.
Well, even if he's a champ, I mean, he can get it at SmackDown, which SmackDown, if you want to watch it without spoilers, because it's going to be on at like, it's going to be recorded at like, well, no spoilers at like 2 o'clock or whatever, because they're in
Raw's
Germany.
gonna be at 2 o'clock.
No, but SmackDown's in Germany.
I know.
So yeah, SmackDown's going to be live for us, but it's going to be taped earlier on in the day. Like, we can go on breaks and see what happened on SmackDown.
Yeah.
From people that are, so if you don't want spoilers, don't go on Twitter. But yeah, Raw's going to be on at like 2 o'clock or something too. But he could win it this week, and then Cody can get it back in 2 weeks at the Rumble.
Yeah, I mean, keep them both out of the Rumble because there's a lot of people that deserve to be in it.
I think there's going to be a lot of new people in the Rumble.
I'm
A lot of new people in the Rumble.
We also had a women's U.S. title match, Chelsea Green versus Julia, which you're new. There was a lot of title changes.
There were a lot of title changes this week. A lot of title changes.
With your new women's United States champion, Julia.
I didn't understand giving it back to Julia, unless they have something planned for her, because when she first had it, they had nothing for her.
Yeah. And maybe they have something planned more for Chelsea. I don't know.
Maybe. Or maybe it's like you said. They said, hey, we'll bring your husband in, but you got to drop the title. You got to drop one of the titles.
You scratch my back, I scratch yours. And then the last match of the night, ambulance match, which was our main event, we had Damian Priest versus Aleister Black.
That was a hell of a match.
Yeah, they beat the crap out of each
That was
other.
a hell of a match. Rhea showed up, obviously.
Your winner, and maybe winner of the feud, Damian Priest.
Can you see Priest winning the Rumble?
I mean, I could. He's a former champion.
That'd be a hell of a win for him to win, especially after this.
Yeah, but there's so many people, like,
There's
storylines.
So many people. Something happened last night on NXT that somebody might win the Rumble. Like, shit. Don't worry. I don't know if you've seen NXT or not.
Oh, wait. No. I did, because I wrote it down.
Oh, look at you.
We already talked about this.
Oh, yeah, you're going to do NXT because I'll do TNA.
Yeah, more structure.
Yeah. I wrote down NXT.
Let's see what happens. We already talk about things.
And we forgot.
And he forgets.
I wrote down NXT too, but it's fine.
So moving over to Monday Night Raw / Stranger Things Raw.
I'm surprised you didn't buy any of the shirts. When I saw that, I immediately was like, I'm sending this to you.
Yeah. It turns out that I became a massive fan of Stranger Things, like ever since it came out, though. So when they were doing this little collab, I was super pumped. However, I do feel like the set looks sick. You had the squawk van up there. You had a bunch of things from the show. You had like I don't want to say tentacles, but like
I know, yeah, but kind of.
like all over the
appendages,
set.
Maybe.
And it looks so awesome, but it's like I feel like there could have been more. Like there wasn't even a cast member there.
It felt like a themed PLE.
Yeah. It wasn't like, I don't know. There was nothing
There
that
wasn't
really tied into the show.
There could have been like the wrestlers could have came out in like inspired gear.
I mean, the only thing they did is before every match, it was like chapter 1.
Yeah.
Chapter 2, which
Yeah.
I loved.
That was cool.
That was sick.
But like the wrestlers could have had like Stranger Things inspired gear. They could have had somebody from they could have had one of the, it's like two brothers that directed it, one of the brothers and the
Duffer Brothers.
somebody in the crowd that could have had from the show, from production, from whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I know like Millie Bobby Brown and those people are like, would be hard to get, but you can get some of the other people. Like you're not gonna get Winona Ryder on the show, but
Right,
like,
but you can get somebody. I don't know. Like the title belt looked cool.
the title belt look.
But like it just felt like a themed PLE, not
I do like Corey Graves was wearing the Hellfire Club.
Yeah,
shirt.
that was cool. Michael Cole struggling to get out of the van.
I don't know. It was like two of my favorite things combined into one. So it was really cool to see. But anyways, we're going to start off Raw with the Women's Tag Team Championship match: Io Sky and Rhea Ripley versus the Kabuki Warriors. Finally, they get their revenge. Rhea and Io end up getting the victory and are the new
champs,
tag team champions, which is the trend. You've been basically all week. It's just been title changes. I think it's the new year, so it's kind of like the reset.
So last year on the, because this is also the anniversary of Raw on Netflix. Yeah. The first episode of Raw on Netflix, Rhea won the world title. Now she won. Is she gonna win a title every like anniversary of the Raw on Netflix?
Well, whoever's the women's intercontinental champion next year.
Better watch out.
I'm just saying, new year. It's like a reset of the company of who's the champion.
It did. So if you noticed, it did say season whatever episode 1, because it even said it for SmackDown season whatever episode 1. So usually I thought like the reset is after Raw. Maybe they are trying to reset like the beginning of the year, trying to do a reset.
Next, you have Gunther coming out. AJ Styles interrupts him. AJ goes to talking to Mike, but Gunther is interrupting him every time AJ goes to talk. Basically, Gunther sees how mad AJ is getting, and just kind of gets in his face and says, "What's little AJ gonna do about it?" And kind of hits the "you can't see me" thing. Well, as soon as he does that, AJ smacked the
Just
shit out
slapped
of
the
him.
taste out of his fucking mouth.
And basically, AJ gets out of the ring. And he's like, "Yeah, exactly. You ain't gonna do nothing." That's really cool. I love AJ. But Gunther's character, dude, I want to punch him, but I know I can't because he beat my ass.
Whoop that shit.
He's
You look
doing
like Kofi Kingston with your caved in chest.
He's doing so good with this.
He is.
He's another one. Him and Drew, the super heels, like they will say anything or do anything to get.
This is the first time Gunther hasn't had a title in a story, I think, too.
This is the first time we get to see Gunther really use his personality too.
Somebody said Walter like 2 weeks ago, and I was like, oh my God, they said Walter by mistake. Somebody was talking about NXT UK, and they said Walter, and I was like, oh, wow.
And as the trends keep continuing, we have the WWE Women's Intercontinental Title match. Maxine Dupree versus Becky Lynch. Winner and new Women's Intercontinental Champion,
That ending was weird.
Mrs. Becky.
That's what had me scared, that every title after that was getting lost. That had me scared.
Well, I mean, she's the greatest women's wrestler of all time.
Oh, boy. Has there ever been a
Everyone
show?
says
Has
so.
there ever been a show that every title has been lost?
I don't know. We also had a promo for Stephanie Vaquer. She comes out and ends up getting attacked by Raquel. Like, that was brutal.
That was real brutal. I really thought she was giving up the title because she came out with a
Yeah, she came out with a walking boot on.
Yeah, I was gonna say a cast, but it wasn't a cast. She came out with a walking.
And then after that gets all separated by the security, blah, blah, blah. They're helping Vaquer in the back. And Raquel attacks her again back there.
Everybody kept putting the meme up because when she was walking back there, that dude's looking at his hand, like smiling because she's gripping his hand, and he's like, "This guy has been in it."
I'd be smiling too, I'm not going to lie. We had a return to the ring, Liv versus Lyra Valkyria.
That was a hell of a match.
That was a really good match.
That
I only
was
put that in there
real
because we got
good
to
match.
see Liv
for the
actually
first
in
time
action.
in like 6 months. Yeah.
Liv ends up getting the victory as well. Then we have the main event of the night, the WWE World Heavyweight Title match, CM Punk versus Braun Breaker. You know what I will say about this match? I'm glad there was no crazy outside interference type shit. It was.
What do you mean?
Well, it was the ending ended
Oh yeah.
without anything. I mean, obviously Heyman was there being a annoying, whatever he is, Oracle.
Oracle. I always forget that he's called the Oracle now. Yeah.
No, what I'm saying is the finish was clean. It wasn't.
Survivor Series 2002. Every title changed hands.
Well, I guess the champions couldn't survive.
And then WrestleMania 2000 saw 13 title changes, including the Hardcore Championship 10 times in a 15-minute time span. I did like how, I don't know if they're going to be some kind of team, but how Ray, Penta, and Dragon Lee like came out and helped. I don't know if they're going to be teaming up somehow. I don't know. I feel like the LWO isn't a thing anymore.
Not really.
I feel like
Unless they revamp it.
I feel like it's been disbanded, and now it's like those three are gonna.
I mean, I kind of like those three together. I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty cool.
Just you're gonna get Phoenix over from SmackDown.
Can you imagine that team?
Yeah, that'd be dope.
The new and improved LWO?
That would be dope.
Those four?
Yeah. Be Lucha World Order.
So, what I like about this is CM Punk won. He retained. I read this theory, not Austin, but I read this theory that this was intentionally done because Hunter wants to save Braun winning for a big,
like a Rumble or a Mania.
for a Big Four type pay-per-view.
A lot of people
Because-
were saying, "Oh, go ahead."
This was an interesting fact, and it really blew me away, and I was like, this can't be true. But I guess it is. that Braun Breaker would be the first male superstar
Born in the 90s.
born in the 90s to
Yeah.
win a world heavyweight title.
Yeah. I guess they
Now,
don't
women
count.
have done it.
I guess they don't count the AAA title that Dom has. Because that's technically, I think, their world title.
Yeah, no, they're just saying the
Yeah,
WWE
I
world
saw that
title
too. No 90s born wrestler has yet to win a world title. That's
in
insane.
WWE.
In WWE.
I don't know, I don't know about other promotions.
I'm sure
I
it's
don't even
I'm sure,
speculate,
yeah. That's insane.
Women have, but not
Women
a man.
have, yeah. That's crazy when I saw that.
So the theory is that they want to do it in a space where it's going to go down in like history.
I
But
can
also,
see
you
that.
can argue the fact and be like, well, Mankind's historic title win happened on Raw.
I mean, there's been a couple historic title wins, but I saw something where I don't remember. I think it was on TikTok because somebody replayed it, where Breaker was going to do the spear at the end, and you could see him like getting excited in his face, and they're like, "That's where the rookie in Braun Breaker comes in because he was so excited to like spear Punk, and that's when Punk moved and he smacked his shoulder on the turnbuckle." I was like, "Oh, okay." They actually they were putting thought into it. Apparently, Punk's in concussion protocol too.
I read that wasn't true.
Oh, I hope it's not true.
For Punk, I'm surprised Braun isn't.
Holy shit, the knee he took from the
Not
spear?
the knee, I'm talking about when he was going for the Frankensteiner from the
Oh, yeah, that looked bad too.
And everybody blamed Punk for that.
That looked bad too.
It wasn't Punk's
No, it
fault.
wasn't Punk's fault. He didn't.
Because he didn't get his legs up
No.
for long enough and Punk couldn't
Yeah,
time it.
that looked really bad.
But anyways, and it doesn't make Braun look weak. He lost to the so-called best in the world.
What do you mean, so-called best in the world?
I didn't mean so-called. I meant I was
Self-proclaimed.
self-proclaimed. That's a better way. Best in the world, and he's the world champion. So, are you really buried if you lose to a world champion?
No,
No,
no.
no. I'm sorry. Like, if that's how, this is talking to some of the internet fans out there. If you're buried
Oh,
from
the
losing,
lovely IWC.
if you're buried from losing to the world champion, then I guess Stone Cold, The Rock, Shawn Michaels, Ric Flair, like all those people got buried multiple times, right?
Right. Yeah. That means Flair got buried 15 times because every time he lost the title.
If Braun wasn't getting pushed, he would not even have been in that
No,
match. Not even
no.
close. Also, I'm going to put in there because I didn't see it on TV, and someone said it wasn't on TV, but Javon Evans had a contract signing to be a Raw.
That pisses me off that it wasn't on TV.
It was on a commercial break, wasn't it?
It was, yeah, if you had like Netflix Premium, you saw it.
Yeah, I ain't paying no more goddamn money for shit.
I think I have Peacock Premium, and that's it. But
you
yeah,
have
if
premium
you,
cock, huh?
I do.
Peacock.
Yeah, he came. That's really dumb. He came out during one of those commercial breaks and like he signed to her. But I mean, it's cool. Javon's on Raw, so like hell yeah,
Yeah. Hell yeah.
hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
I didn't watch that CVV with him yet, with Stone Cold.
Me neither. So next, we are going to go to NXT New Year's Evil. So the beginning of this really kind of confused me.
That confused me a little bit too.
What they had going on. So it was
I
like-
was a little confused.
The opener was supposed to be the NXT Women's North American Championship match, Thea Hale versus Blake Monroe. On her way to the ring, however, Monroe attacks Thea Hale, just beating her with weapons from under the ring, just completely destroying her. Match is in a no contest test. They have to go in the back. All this stuff. So Ricky Saints comes out and says, well, that match isn't happening, so he decides to just cut a full promo on himself.
I feel like he's losing all his like star power that he had.
I don't know, because with all these call-ups and stuff, who else is going to...
That's what I mean. And
But
they
then
were
again, Ethan Page is making himself look really
they were chanting Zilla. I really hope Zilla Fatu comes.
That'd be sick. They got to make... They got to bring in some people.
mean,
they lost a couple.
They lost more than a couple.
Next up, you have Tatum Paxley versus Izzy Dame. Tatum Paxley ends up getting the win on that match. Next, we have the NXT Women's Championship match. Jane versus Kendall Gray, with JC Jane winning and retaining a title. So this is to go with the first segment. This next segment was kind of confusing in a way too.
What was the next segment?
Was
Is that when Thea Hale came out?
yeah.
Because she wanted to still do like the open challenge.
But then like everybody was trying to get out there.
That's the same. That's how. So when Blake Monroe did her open challenge, that's how it happened. The whole like locker room came out, and then Thea Hale came from the back and put her in submission hold, and she tapped before the match started. So that's how they got the title match. But I like how Izzy Dane came out with her chainsaw again. I'm not Izzy Dane, Tatum Paxley. Yeah.
I love Tatum Paxley.
Oh,
too,
yeah.
by the way. But yeah, after the brutal attack, Monroe is banned from the building. She can't be there. And Thea Hale comes down and says, everybody deserves to see a title match. They thought they were going to see a title match, blah, blah, blah. Izzy Dame ends up coming in from behind, getting the match with Thea Hale, beating Thea to become the new Women's North American Champion.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah,
I don't know. It should have been Tatum. I don't know. Maybe just to give Tatum a chance at that title.
So part of the news that I saw with your call-ups of Trick Williams, Javon Evans,
Jordan Grace,
and then the reasoning why they kind of had Blake Monroe crash out and do this is that there's rumblings. Well, there's another one too. We'll get to that in a minute.
But there's another one still too though.
There's rumblings that the reason why they did this to get her away from the title picture
to put Blake, because they're gonna call Blake Monroe.
They're thinking about bringing Blake up too. So, I'm not.
Is there not another woman already signed to it? I swear there was 2 guys and 2 girls that just came up. Is there only one girl?
No,
it's just Jordan.
It's just Jordan. Yeah.
There's also talks of JC Jane being called up.
Cargill. Oh man, I hope Jordan breaks her in half.
Oh my God, yes. Oh my God,
I didn't even go over that part in SmackDown. But
oh my God, yes.
Yeah. So for the main event of the night, we have the NXT Championship match: Obafemi versus Leon Slater. I love both of these guys.
He used them like a toothpick.
Yeah. Obafemi ends up winning and retaining the NXT Championship, but after the match, Oba ends up leaving the belt in the middle of the ring and then leaving.
It cuts to after the match. It cuts to Ava, who I think she's talking to like the Evolve roster, and she was like, with all the call ups from NXT, there's a lot of open spots, so we're gonna have some NXT call ups, and then what's his name? I wrote his name down. Robert Stone comes in and they're like, "Did you see what Oba did?" And as they're talking, in my head, I'm going, because there's been promos for like 2 weeks now of Oba videos on Raw and SmackDown, and I'm like, would he move up with the title? Because Big E did. Big E was on main roster with the NXT title. Paige was. There was another one, I think. And then they go back to the ring, and then there's just the NXT title in the ring with Tony D looking from the crowd. And I was like, oh, shit, Oba just vacated the title. He's moving up.
I mean, when you have no challengers, you have no more challenge.
Asuka did the same thing.
I'm cool with it.
Where does he go?
Where does he go?
I know where I want him to. Well, I don't know if I know where I want him to go. What if he was the new Big E for the New Day? It'd be kind of funny. I don't know if I want him on Raw or SmackDown. I don't know where he would. Oh, him versus Gunther.
I want him to go to Raw.
I think I want him. I want him to go to Raw.
I want him to go to Raw. And I want him to get into like a feud with the Vision.
I was just gonna say the same thing because I'm in my head. I'm going him versus Breaker.
Because I want like Heyman to be like, "Oh, the Vision, blah blah, the future," and then him just be like, "No one rules."
He walks out and he does the
like I rule. I'm the ruler.
Yeah. And he needs to keep the same persona, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, not even him against Breaker. Breaker's in the world title. Like I want to see him and Big Bronson.
Him and Reed. Him and Breaker. Him and Gunther.
Him and Logan.
There's I think he'd fit better on Raw than SmackDown. Hell yeah.
Yeah. So that is your WWE shows for the week.
Obviously, well, no, not next week. So in 2 weeks we'll start doing TNA because next Thursday is when they're on AMC.
Ta-da.
Which I'm glad I forgot. I'm glad I remember because I totally forgot. Yeah, so we'll add those. We'll add those shows into our pay-per-views, our rewinds, our predictions, our count for the end of the year, which I believe the Rumble's the first pay-per-view we're counting for this year. I think TNA has one before that.
Do you get more points for if you predict the winner?
You should get like 10 points if you predict the Rumble winner. Obafemi.
That's who I was going to say.
When we were talking about that, I was like, as soon as I said, I was like, oh no, Obafemi winning the Rumble. As soon as I said Priest, my head went, no, Obafemi.
I hope he's a champion by then, so he's not in the Rumble.
A champion in like 2 weeks? Oh, he goes to the Open Challenge and gets it off of Hayes? Oh, shit.
Can you imagine an Open Challenge with him?
Nobody's going to answer that shit.
If he won it the next week, they should do an Open Challenge and no one answered.
Nobody's going to answer that shit. They're back going, we need somebody out there, come on. All this is gonna be like, come on, I need somebody to go out there.
So speaking of SmackDown, I did read that there's a possibility that SmackDown is going to follow the 2025 format of being 3 hours for the first half of the year, and then for the second half of the year, go back to 2.
I saw that too. I feel like
That's only dependent on if they have a show that they want to like play after it, though.
I feel like if they're gonna do that, they should kind of reverse it. Like it should be 3 hours in the summer. When like, I mean, it's Friday regardless. Like kids are gonna stay up on the weekend, but I think it should be 3 hours in the summer and 2 hours like during school time, if that's what you want to call it. Oh well, we were just on Raw. It was announced on Raw that Godzilla by Eminem and Juice WRLD is the new official theme, and I'm so excited for that.
Yeah.
I'm so excited for that. That was dope as soon as I heard that. I really like that.
Oh yeah, let's get away from this Travis Scott crap.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if he's staying. I don't know when it's up. Tommaso Ciampa's contract is coming up, and there's rumors he's not planning on re-signing.
Yeah, and the decision not to renew is Ciampa's.
It's his.
Not WWE's.
Yeah, it's his.
So
That
before
sucks.
all the people in the wrestling community freak out at Hunter, freak out at WWE, he just doesn't want to resign.
I can understand why. Like, I remember his Ring of Honor days. He was like one of the top guys in Ring of Honor. He was the top. Look at him. Look at his NXT run.
I don't know. Maybe you can go to like a TNA.
And then he gets called up, and they're just like, "Cool, we're gonna put you back with Gargano."
I did love DIY though. I just don't know how they didn't get over.
I don't know.
Like they were in the original Black and Gold.
Right. I don't know. It's. I feel like that's probably why Cole and all them didn't want to come up, because maybe they thought as the Undisputed Era they weren't going to get over. Because that was around the same time.
But see, the big difference is what Ciampa and Gargano have in wrestling ability, Cole had in personality.
Yeah, 100%.
Cole would have been able to last because he except for Vince wanted to make him a manager. But.
Stupid. And shave him bald. I don't know. So, yeah, but I don't know if all four of them would have lasted. Definitely Bobby Fish wouldn't have lasted. There's no way. I think he's retired.
No. He's probably like swimming somewhere because he's a fish.
So, and probably what is the best news I've heard all week, and probably news of the year.
That I'm back this week.
No, the Brock Lesnar guys were announcing his retirement from going to live wrestling events. Thank God. I'm so tired of seeing that stupid skull shirt in the crowd.
How entitled are wrestling fans that they're announcing their retirement? From
Dude,
going
he
to
made a
wrestling
whole
shows?
TikTok video. He took the shirt, he had that stupid skull shirt, he put it on a chair and walked away. Get over your fucking self. I never liked that dude, and like that was his whole big thing. Because every time like Lesnar left, he put on Twitter, "Oh, should I change my name to this person guy, to this person guy?" And then you're going to announce that you're retiring.
How about this?
Cool.
Hey,
Thank God.
Brock Lesnar guy. I retire as well. I retire from stupid shit. So fuck you.
Like you don't
How
even
about that?
hear, because remember it was the Brock Lesnar guy, and then it was the Miz girl. Because remember when did the Miz cash into Money in the Bank, and they showed the girl in the crowd crying for like a month straight afterwards?
No, that was me.
It probably was you.
Yeah, because he's the greatest A-lister in the world.
No, she was bawling, mad crying. I think he won a title from somebody.
You just don't understand.
Another one departing NXT. Brinley Reese announced she's not re-signing and she's departing from WWE. I don't even remember seeing her on NXT, as bad as that sounds. They showed pictures of her, but I don't remember her ever being on. Another departure, Ethan Carter III, or EC3, is departing from NWA. And I know he helped to like bring the NWA back.
You know what we didn't talk about with the NXT thing?
What are we talking about?
The new group that was introduced from Evolve.
Oh, the Vanity Project?
Yeah.
And Swipe Right?
Yeah.
They're going to be they're the new Mean Street Posse. They're absolutely the new Mean Street Posse.
I see big things for Ethan Page coming up.
Oh, I see
this year.
big things for Ethan Page. Yeah. I don't, title? NXT title? I don't know.
I don't know, man. You just lost some of your biggest hitters, so.
You lost Oba. You lost
Trick.
You lost. Did we say Javon's a big guy?
I mean, he's like 6'2", right?
You lost Jordan. You're supposedly losing Blake. Maybe you're losing. I feel like this is the biggest amount of people leaving from NXT at one time that they've ever had.
They needed to. It's time. I mean, Javon could have stayed down. And that's nothing against Javon because I love Javon.
No, he could, because I don't even think.
But I think Trick was literally just the TNA World Champion.
Right.
And the NXT World
Trick and
Champion.
A, he was calling it.
Oba, no one, like, obviously people beat him, but Oba, like,
Is Javon like Nia? Did Nia come up before winning a title in NXT?
yeah. Javon's only coming up solely on his,
Charisma.
no, athletic ability and
That.
potential.
Yeah, yeah. And he's the youngest main roster at 21. We've seen him for a long time.
I'm okay with that.
A long time.
I just want to see WWE swipe up Leon Slater, too.
Yeah.
Don't make the same mistake and lose out on somebody.
Yeah, don't do that.
You could have had a heavy hit main eventer.
Well, since we are talking about TNA.
Swerve.
Yeah, oh, God, yeah. You screwed that up big time. You screwed that up big time.
Swerve.
Speaking of TNA, I'm surprised you didn't bring it up because you're a bigger fan of him than me. BDE is officially signed, who you used to watch. I've seen clips of him on TikTok. I've seen him doing like video game stuff on TikTok, but you would watch his actual videos on YouTube.
There was two YouTubers, two wrestling YouTubers that I would watch all the time. And it turns out both of them ended up becoming
Oh, yeah, the other one, too. I
wrestlers.
forgot. Yeah, that's right.
You had Chris Danger. He
was just on with Waffle House guy, I think, too.
what is he? DPW, Deadlock Pro Wrestling.
Is that the title? He's got a title. Is that what
Yeah.
he has it in?
Yeah. He's with them, which was also started by a bunch of guys who used to be YouTubers.
That's crazy.
They started a wrestling company. That's crazy.
Crazy.
You have Pulse, Tony Pizza Guy, bunch of stuff like that. But BDE was another one I would watch all the time. They literally started with Danker started with like Call of Duty videos and he went to wrestling. But when I found BDE, he did solely wrestling.
I remember. I don't remember like the type, but I remember him doing crazy stuff on there, and I'm like, that's a really cool idea.
But like I don't know. It's really cool just seeing somebody that just loved wrestling as much as I did, made a career of doing it on YouTube, and then now
he's in
making
TNA.
a career of actually doing it. So props to him, man.
That's awesome.
I'm really, really happy for him. Hopefully it all works out.
So before we get to the main topic, there was another retirement over the weekend. As of Sunday, January 4th, Hiroshi Tanahashi officially retired from New Japan. And I kind of forgot about it. Like, I remember it coming up as a thing. So I watched some of it on TikTok. After his match with Kazuchika Okada at Wrestle Kingdom 20, he had probably one of the greatest send-offs I've seen. There was some people, I don't know a lot of them were, but they would have a wrestler come in the ring, give him flowers, give him a hug, do like the bow. Jay White was one of them. Will Ospreay was one of them. Konosuke Takeshita was one of them, and then Kenny Omega was one. And it was just such a cool thing to see. He did say that, one of his big things was like, oh, I'm done with wrestling, now I'm chopping my hair off. I don't know what that was all about. But I remember him he did a couple things in TNA, but like I remember watching Ring of Honor stuff. He was just in an AEW show last year. He did stuff on Dynamite. He's just another one that's been there for a long time. He was probably like the John Cena of New Japan, like never going anywhere, staying in New Japan. Like we thought with AJ, even though AJ left I still feel like he's like the John Cena of TNA, even though AJ did leave TNA, if that makes sense.
It could be argued John Cena. It could be argued AJ or Samoa Joe, but those two are
or Samoa Joe, yeah.
Like I would say godfathers of TNA.
Yeah, 100%. At that same event at Wrestle Kingdom 20,
Christopher Daniels too. I didn't want to leave him out.
So I was watching the Frankie Kazarian thing.
Too.
He said Christopher Daniels put a thing up, and he's saying Christopher Daniels was the fourth person out of those four, and Kazarian was like, no, he's definitely like higher up. It's just that he never had like a title like they all did. Because when they took the picture, Kazarian was the TNA champ, or when he reposted the picture, Kazarian was the TNA champ, AJ was a tag champ, and Joe was either the world champ or the trios champ. But no, those four were like TNA back in the day. Like they were the X division.
And you want to throw the guns in there too.
Like you don't even that time in TNA.
Beer Money.
I don't even. I
loved
loved Beer Money. I don't remember. So that time in TNA, I remember I could distinctly remember a lot of X division stuff. Ask me world title stuff. I have no idea.
Here's a hot take though. I love that TNA, but once it started to become oversaturated, and I know you like this part of TNA too, but once it started to become oversaturated with ex-WWE guys, That's what kind of turned me off.
I loved the 6-sided ring. Everybody hated it. AJ hated it. Angle hated it. We probably know the exact same time Hogan and Bischoff came. That's when TNA started going down.
100%. 100%.
That's when TNA was like. That's when everybody started losing interest.
Yeah, I agree.
And I think that's when they went to.
was what me.
I think that's when they went to Spike too. I don't remember, but that was
Because
around the time
what
there
made
was
TNA
a lot.
special is they were totally different from WWE, WCW, whatever you've seen before. Then when Hogan and Bischoff came, they were making it exactly like
They
that.
were making it WWE, WCW. They were
And
doing
it's
what
like,
they wanted.
It's dumb. It's so like why?
Yeah,
Like the X Division was one of the greatest things ever in wrestling history.
I love the X Division. Some of those. So on that CVV with Kazarian, they talked about the first Ultimate X match, the one where they put the pylons on and they have either the title or the big red X like hanging over the ring. He said the first ever match, they didn't know how to do it. They didn't know like what to do for the scaffolding. So like the day before the show, the engineer, I guess TNA engineers, they just put up 4 pipes, like 4 big pipes and the rope across. And Kazarian was like, they're like, we need somebody to try it. Kazarian's like, I'll go try it. He climbs up, gets on it. They were so weak. They came in. He was holding on to the title, like on the top, standing on the ring. That they didn't know how to do it. And that's where like when they changed it to the light tresses and that's when they're doing all that. But that part of TNA I loved.
I agree 1,000,000%.
Yeah, Hogan Bischoff came and it's like there was some cool things after that, but that's when you can see like they're just trying to do WCW, WWE.
Yeah, just be yourselves.
Yeah.
You don't have to copy.
We should do a TNA show. We should do a TNA podcast. I have an idea for a podcast off of one of these news items we're going to talk about. So at that same Wrestle Kingdom 20, Yota Tsuji defeated Konosuke Takeshita by submission, becoming the new IWGP Heavyweight Champion. He's also the IWGP Global Heavyweight Champion. But after that match, he announced something, and it broke me a little bit inside. A lot happened at Wrestle Kingdom over the weekend. Tanahashi retiring, the IWGP title going away. But the Bullet Club is officially dead. And I don't know how to feel about it inside. I really don't. Yota Tsuji said at a post-show interview, up until now, the Bullet Club War Dogs and the Independents have maintained a cooperative relationship, but that's over today. Our alliance ends today. From now on, we're fighting as a single unit. Our name is Unbound Company, an organization unbound by anyone. And they killed the Bullet Club name. And I don't know how to feel. But I think a podcast on the Bullet Club would be amazing.
It would be. So, but they still own the name.
I think New Japan still owns the name, yeah. They're not doing anything with it. Oh, man. That sucks.
That's a waste.
That sucks. I remember going into Hot Topic and seeing a Bullet Club shirt and I'm like, what is this? And I started looking up videos and I was like, these guys are the shit. And then I bought like 18 different Bullet Club shirts.
You do have a lot of Bullet Club shirts.
The first one I ever got was the Guerrillas of Destiny's one, which is awesome. I don't know, man. When I saw that, I couldn't believe it.
You have a lot of the original members of Bullet Club in WWE now.
You have, I don't know where Bad Luck Fale is. I don't know where Anderson is either. But you got Finn there.
Tamatonga.
You got Tamatonga there. I mean, you've got a lot. You've got a lot of them. You've got most of the main Bullet Club guys there, besides the Bucks, Kenny, Hangman.
They came later though.
The original ones were like those.
It was those 4. It was Kyle. It was Machine Gun Anderson, Finn or Prince
Devitt, Bad Luck Fale.
Bad Luck Fale, and
Tamatanga, and
then his brother came in.
Yeah, Tongaloa came in, and then like
Gallows came in.
You had Gallows, you had AJ, you had there's this
and
picture.
Then you start to have people like the Bucks come in and
like that picture, like that's the original. Yeah, so it's 5. It's Anderson, Gallows, Balor, Bad Luck Fale, Tamatanga, and then it probably went to like here because there's still Bad Luck. Well, Bad Luck Fale was always in it.
Yeah.
Because there's Talatonga, There's Kenny, there's the Bucks, there's Hangman, there's Cody. Talatong and Tamatonga are here. It's just, it sucks. I can't believe it. I can't believe they're getting rid of
A
the
lot of
Bullet
people
Club
forget
name.
Cody was in the Bullet Club.
He was a lead. I remember him and Kenny. That's when they started feuding in the Bullet Club. That was awesome. I can't.
Was he a leader?
Yeah, he was a leader for a little bit.
Cody?
Yeah, that's when
Man, WWE has 3 former leaders.
they had 4 at one time because Cole was a leader at one time.
Yeah, he was. And then he got killed.
Yeah, by a monster.
That's still one of the best.
Yeah, that was one of the best. Yeah, they're like, hey, man, and then he's just laying there. And then when he came back to AEW, somebody picked up I think Kenny picked up a monster and he smacked it. He's like, no, man, don't drink that. That's how I died the last time I was here. Yeah, that was, oh man.
Because I was really excited because I love the being the elite, but then I love the fact that I knew Cole was getting signed to NXT.
Yeah, because you knew he was going to do crazy things, which he did.
Yeah.
He basically was like the leader
Started
of
his own type of Bullet Club-ish thing there. I mean,
with Undisputed Era, yeah. But then he ran like War Games. He won. I think they won every War Games they did. I think. But I think a podcast on like the evolution or the story of the Bullet Club would be a cool idea.
and going over all the former members.
Yeah, we can sit here forever just talking about the. That's another Bloodline episode length.
I mean, hot take. I feel like the Bullet Club was better for wrestling than the NWO. Oh, I heard that sigh.
No. I'm just trying to think.
Go ahead.
What about DX?
No.
Just Bullet Club
Ask me
NWO.
why I say that.
Why do you say that?
So the NWO was the first of its kind. It was insanely. No one has ever seen anything like it before.
I mean, they both do Too Sweet, so like.
But the fact is, NWO started with one of the most iconic wrestlers of all time, Hulk Hogan, or not? I'm sorry, started with the Outsiders. Mm-hmm. Hall and Nash, who are already over wrestlers, Diesel, Reza Ramon, and then their leader ended up being one of the most iconic wrestlers of all time, Hulk Hogan. Right. Everybody that joined the NWO was either in or a little past their prime.
Oh, I agree with you 100%.
I mean, you still had Macho Man.
Yeah, but then at one
still
time,
had like so many different people.
you turn on WCW and that's all you see for an episode is just all NWO guys.
But Bullet Club,
80 people in the NWO.
I don't want to say it was a leaping point for a lot of wrestlers, but they might not have been as big of names when they were in Bullet Club. But let's look at them right now.
It helped them.
Macho Man didn't need NWO to be Macho Man.
No.
Hogan didn't need NWO to be Hogan. Neither did Hall and Nash. I mean, they could have just been the Outsiders. Those two kicked everybody's asses and everybody would have loved it. But the Bullet Club didn't need these big names, but I feel like now
They got big off the name.
how big they got from the
Bullet Club. Hell yeah.
Like I just said, AJ, Cody, Omega.
Look at Balor.
Yeah, like that right there, the Bucks. Like, yeah, they were big before the Bullet Club, but that made them.
Yeah.
I feel like Bullet Club was better for wrestling than NWO.
I feel like that. I agree with you. 100% I agree with you.
Oh, I thought you were going to disagree.
No, I agree with you 100%. No, 100%.
And I'm sorry, Bullet Club is just more badass than the NWO.
Bullet Club's more badass than all the like takeover groups of the companies.
Maybe except for the Shield.
I don't know if the Shield's a takeover group.
They literally took over.
No, but I'm talking more like DX.
They didn't take over the company. They just were mean.
I'm thinking of the 4 like when I think of like a takeover company, the Bullet Club, NWO, DX, and like Aces and Eights.
But DX was never above 5 members. All those other ones were.
You have to be above 5 members to try to take. So the Shield was at 3. They didn't take. They took over the company in a different way. I meant more like
a big faction, like the Nexus,
yeah.
which would be on the bottom of that list. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah. The Nexus should have been something bigger than what they were. 100%.
I mean, Dark State's pretty badass. But
Dark
they're only 4
State's
people.
yeah. Dark State's gonna get there. I feel like Dark State's one of them.
Dark State could be kind of like a little bit of a Shield 2.0 type thing.
I can see that. I mean, they come out with. Remember when the Shield did the masks at WrestleMania that one year?
But see, even DX though, DX was DX because everybody worked well together. But like coming out of that, you only had 2 world champions. I love DX, but you can argue the fact that Evolution was better for wrestling than DX
No, I
because
agree.
Evolution had two legends.
Helping,
One legend, one current
yeah,
star,
helping up and comers.
helping two future legends.
No, 100%, I agree with you.
The Shield had three random dudes from NXT thrown together that weren't even supposed to be together, but Vince McMahon had a hard on for Samoans and threw Roman in there.
No, it was gonna be Chris Hero.
Yeah.
That would have lasted 2 months.
But now you have our tribal chief, you have the Visionary, and then you have one of the most badass people ever over there with the Death Riders in AEW.
We could have threw the Bloodline in there. Fuck, we could have threw the Death Riders in that conversation too. The Bloodline tried taking over WWE. Or did, pretty much.
True. Yeah.
I mean, they had almost all the
So
titles.
is the Bloodline better for wrestling than NWO?
Yeah.
Wow. I can't believe I got you to say
I'm
that.
a big NWO fan.
I know.
But I'm more of an NWO fan in the like, we're taking over the company. We don't give a fuck. We're doing what we want. Not like how our in-ring is.
It's not cool when eventually it turned into the NWO versus DDP and Goldberg. Because every other wrestler was in either NWO or NWO Wolfpack.
And Bret Hart. I know
No, Bret Hart was in the NWO.
Was he? He was
Yeah.
in NWO 2000. I remember that. That was dumb as shit.
I don't think DDP ever joined.
DDP never joined.
And Goldberg never joined.
Goldberg never joined.
Even Sting joined.
DDP was gonna join because they even have that figure out with the NWO shirt, but he threw it back at them. They had Dennis Rodman. Come on, man.
That's always been a hot take in me. Like I like the NWO, but I felt like it was overrated.
It was like a bunch of group of friends. But I like the NWO as more of a, like when the original three were there and they're like, hey, we're taking over the company. How it was originally like Hall was like, I'm here. You guys still think I work for WWE even though everyone knows I don't.
I doesn't.
But I'm here because we're taking over WCW as part of WWE.
You can even look at it and say like the Death Riders, like Mox is over. He's putting Claudio up on that pedestal, and then you're bringing up people like Wheeler Yuta. You're bringing up people like Garcia now. Like Pac is really.
I was gonna say, where do you put
level.
Pac in that?
Well, he was there and he was doing good, but now he's on this like. It's like, oh, he was a high flyer and he was good at that stuff, and now he's like, oh, he's badass too.
Hot take: I don't like him in the like whatever he's wearing now. Like I like him better in the spandex. He looks weird. With his long hair and his big ass ears, I don't know, man. He looks
Pro
weird.
wrestling is the weirdest thing in the world, where another grown man could say that he would prefer another man in spandex.
Than
And it's completely normal.
like long. I think it's long. I think he's wearing long trunks. Damn, we got off on a rant on that one. Holy shit.
Yeah, we did.
All right, so the main topic, ESPN's Pro Wrestling Awards for 2025. Feud of the Year, Tony Storm versus Mariah May. All right, I guess I understand that one. Best pay-per-view of the year is Revolution. Maybe. Match of the Year, Cena versus AJ. Okay, 100%. Maybe not. Maybe like 95%.
I still love the fact that that introduction, nobody knew.
That introduction nobody knew of. I loved how they shouted out so many different wrestlers with all the different moves in it. Best promo artist, Paul Heyman. Absolutely, 100%. No doubt.
I'm good with that.
Breakthrough Artist of the Year, Kyle Fletcher.
I'm
good with that. Debut Wrestler of the Year, Stephanie Vakir. I guess. I mean, I don't know. I guess.
I'm looking at tag team.
I know. Tag Team of the Year, FTR.
Yeah.
Women's Wrestler of the Year, Stephanie Vakir. Men's Wrestler of the Year, Dirty Dom Mysterio.
I'm fine with that list.
I don't know how I feel about debut wrestler for her. I feel like Javon more. Unless they meant... No.
She debuted and she just dominated.
Did she debut? Are they talking about her NXT debut or her like main roster debut? I wonder.
She was a double champion in NXT.
She debuted this year in NXT.
I don't remember.
I don't remember either. That's what's throwing me off.
I'm good with all that.
Men's Wrestler of the Year, Dominic Mysterio. Hell yeah.
Kyle Fletcher. I have a new fond like.
He's yeah. Ever since he broke away from Aussie Open and like behind Will Ospreay, he's doing a lot of stuff. That's another thing that happened too at that Wrestle Kingdom because Ospreay was there. He was like, "Oh, when I'm better." I think there's. I don't think he said 2027, but people are thinking it's 2027 because he said something about when I'm better and I did what I need to in AEW. I'm coming back and we're getting Aussie Open back together and I'm fixing the family. And I was like, "Oh, that's cool," because it's a bunch of random guys now. I think. I don't even know anybody in it. Like I did it one time because I remember Jeff Cobb was in it. I think the only one I remember now is TJ Perkins, just because I liked him when he was in 205 Live.
He was a video game character.
That's why. Yeah. I remember he came out with like video game music and stuff. I don't know if I have a promo.
I don't. I'm starting a new year positive.
For now. Whoa. Timeout.
What?
What kind of positive? Whoa.
For everything.
Whoa. Positive.
Yeah, I'm like a Pokemon trainer. I gotta catch them all.
How many vitamins are you on that you're positive? How many pills you have to take a day?
8. In the morning, 8 at night. 16 total.
One for each STD, huh?
Yeah. Every pill I have to take. I'm the pill taker equivalent of Ric Flair. 16.
Woo! Yeah. I wish wrestling would come back here again soon. I don't know why that made me think of it, walking in doing the woo. Wrestling needs to come back again soon.
Yeah, it does.
I think that's it for this week on the Rewind.
I think so.
Thank you so much, guys, for talking wrestling with us.
And we'll see you next week.
Later.